Hey everyone, I'm in Duncan, British Columbia. It's September 1st. I'd hoped I'd be here or finished with Canada a little bit sooner, but it's okay. I'm not on any kind of a timeline here, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm hoping I'll get to Victoria and be able to get the ferry today and be able to get a ferry to the States tomorrow, but we'll see because I need to get to a bike shop. I broke a shifter cable and hoping to go to Best Buy and maybe replace the lens cap that I lost for my camera. So anyways, here's the bigger update of what I've been up to up until now. Almost finished, and once I'm into the States, then maybe I'll work on a video about just overall recap of my thoughts and things like that about riding across Canada. So anyways, here's the video. Enjoy. Nice day. I got a bit of a headwind and it's going to be really hot, but decided to stop here on Columbia Western Rail Trail, which I've just started. And I could say that I have wood for trade, but I think I can do better than this. I am gonna be in the redwood forests at some point, so maybe I'll wait. Anyway, I'm looking forward to being on rail trail and not having steep climbs for change. I've got, I don't know, 600 or 700 kilometers of rail trails, so on with my day. Come to my first bridge. Yay! I've come to my first bridge. Yay! I don't know if, well, it's not a bad sized bridge. It's steel bridge, not one of the wooden ones that I'm super looking forward to. And it's sort of tall, I guess. That's tops of trees down there, so. Anyways, thought I'd share the first bridge with you. Yeah, got my first tunnel to go through. Isn't that exciting? And if we look over here, got a nice view of the lake. As you can see, I'm very high up at the moment. So if we look way down here, that's a decent sized boat. So nice ride today. Ooh, spooky. It's a pretty short tunnel. Pretty cool. Nice and cool in here. And that's it. Another bridge. Decided to stop at this one because if I walk over here, I get a pretty good view of the actual bridge structure. It's steel and stone, pretty tall. And on top of that, I got a nice rock here that I can sit on to take a break and have a snack, which is what I'm about to do. I'm probably never going to get through here if I keep stopping to take pictures, but it's kind of hard not to when the views are this spectacular. And as you see, it's a nice smooth rail trail. I'm been climbing all day with a 2 to 3% grade, so getting closer to the top. When I get to the top, I get to go down. Yay. Hey everyone, I got a long tunnel ahead. I'm not sure how long it is, maybe it's a kilometer or something like that, but I definitely need lights for it, so I got my lights out. And I am currently sitting here in my comfy chair and taking a little bit of a longer break because it's nice and cool here and it's really hot out today, so it's a really nice break from the heat. Probably not going to get any good out of this, but I'm hanging my camera off on my neck and we'll see what happens. Pretty cool looking shoring here. I don't know what the styrofoam looking stuff is all about, but looks pretty neat. How's it going?
Great, you?
Oh, it's a nice break from the heat.
Exactly.
The tunnel was kind of cool too. That's good. Today or total?
Wherever.
Starting in St. John's.
Oh, wow. Come on. Good effort.
So,
Good man.
going to Victoria and then south to the bottom of South America.
Holy shit, for sure.
Yes.
When did you leave the East Coast?
Hey everyone, looks like I've finished the Colombian Western Trail and I am on Kettle Valley Rail Trail, which I'm happy about and have been looking forward to all along. So looks like it's a pretty smooth, fast rolling surface, and it'll be a rail grade, so no real steep climbs. And let's see how far I get today. It's going to be 41 degrees, so I might not get as far as I'd like. It depends. We'll see how it goes. Hey everyone, it's currently 40 degrees Celsius and I'm climbing a mountain pass, which is pretty brutal. It's a rail grade, so it's not particularly steep, but the temperature makes it pretty difficult. So I've stopped in this rock cut here take a little break and try and cool off a little bit. Hopefully along the way I'll find some running water that I can use to cool off some more, because that would be really great right about now. A pretty great view here. Really wishing I was down there where the water is, but I'm not. Found a little teeny tiny little creek a little bit earlier that was quite a hike down to, and hiking back up to it got me all warmed up again, so I'll continue on and hopefully find something near the trail. Oh, we got a little cabin here. There's an outhouse. I went inside and there's a guest book. I signed the guest book, and there's a table and some benches and some bunks, so I imagine I could have slept here if I was so inclined. And look at what I got coming up here. I got tunnel, which hopefully is going to be nice and cool, and a spectacular view of the valley. So, hot as hell out, but nice trail. Nice day. Oh, baby. It is much cooler in here, and pretty cool. The rocks just blasted away. And as you can see, it's not long enough that I need to bust out my lights. But it is long enough to be cool inside. They got a nice breeze flowing through, and it's sort of in the dark, which is really nice. So I am taking a bit of a break in here, cooling off. I'm in another train tunnel here, and it's kind of hard to tell because they're fairly high up, but oh, there's bats on the ceiling. Bat cave. Hey everyone, I'm in Midway, British Columbia, I really expected all of British Columbia was just going to be giant green trees and mountains, but apparently the area I'm going through is pretty much a desert, as you can see. So it's super dry, and I got forest fire smoke. So interesting. You never really get, things are different than you really picture them. Well, apparently this is the beginning of the Kettle Valley Rail Trail. I kind of thought I was on it before. The signs are a little confusing, but anyways, they got like a whole museum here. I'm probably not gonna bother having a look at it because I really just want to get going. Stopped under a bridge for a little break here because I forgot some shade and it's ridiculously hot out again today. And you got super cool graffiti here. It's really, really well done. And then I noticed that there's a little sticker here. As I guess it's a memorial sticker for Johan, whose YouTube channel I really loved when he was alive. I'm not sure. I never really got the story about how he died or what happened, but I really enjoyed his channel, and he used to say on his videos, he said he wanted to see the world, and that's kind of what I want to do too, and it's what I'm doing, and he's probably one of the people that inspired me to take on this big challenge. But
And here
I
I am
would
going
like to
for a
think
dip
that
in the river. Holy
if I
crap,
ended
did the
up dying
water
on
feel
my
good.
trip, that
I
people would do
actually hung
something
out
like
for
this
quite a
and
while in the water
leave
and
some little memorial
cooled
stickers or
off.
something
Had
like
a
that
really hard time actually getting
to
out and getting
remember
going
me. But
again, but I did manage
I
to
don't really
eventually.
don't have very many people tuned in my YouTube
And
channel
as you
yet,
can see,
so
a super
I guess
awesome
I'll
tan line, so it makes it look
have to
like
step up
I'm wearing a
my
shirt even
game
when
with
I'm not wearing a
video
shirt.
quality if I want something like that to happen for me. Good news, everyone! I might get to see some super cool snakes. Don't! A deer! A female deer! I'm at the Kettle River Recreation Area here. A nice trestle bridge that I just rode over, and nice sandy, easy access to the river. And it is definitely time for me to go for a swim and cool off. I'm going to swim with my chamois and my shirt on because normally I wouldn't want to get them wet, but this will get rid of some of the salt that's in them, and they'll dry out pretty quick because it's super hot today. Well, this is very post-apocalyptic looking. Got forest fire smoke from a fire that's quite a ways away, and I've got a whole dead area of trees that from another forest fire, obviously not this year, but maybe last year. And I'm in this narrow cut of rock where the train tracks used to go. It's down to single track with rocks that have fallen in and trees that have fallen in. Pretty cool. Pretty nice spot here, and figured this is a good time to point out that just because there's water next to the trail on the map, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can actually get to it. So It's always a good idea to keep extra water, even though it's heavy. But trail's pretty soft today, so hopefully it'll firm up soon and I'll be able to roll a little faster. Well, this is a very yellow bridge. It's apparently Wilkinson Creek's bridge, and I got creek here that has relatively easy access, so I'm going to cool off a little bit and get to fill up my water. Well, I've stopped at this little barn or shed or whatever you want to call it. Probably, I guess it may be a shed since it's next to the railway, but been climbing all day. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be climbing for, maybe a long time. At least it's not a steep climb, but climbing all day long on soft trail is definitely draining, and especially since it's really hot. So, time to stop and have a little break. These are some kind of cool old retaining walls next to the
Well, I
tracks.
managed to get a
Never
little
seen
bit of
retaining walls
video
built
going
this
through
way
this
before,
tunnel.
so kind of
I
neat.
really like going
Hey
through the railway
everyone,
tunnels. They're
I'm
really
at the
cool.
summit, or on the way down from it, and this is got to be about the thickest forest fire smoke I've seen. I've
These
heard
old trestle bridges are
there's a
super
forest
cool.
to the other side of
They'd
Kelowna, and
probably
then
be
it's
even cooler
skipped
if they
over to
were
this side.
actually
So
old, but
it's
a couple of
probably
years
not too
ago,
far away,
most of
but
them burnt in
hopefully it'll
forest
stay far
fires,
enough
so
away that I'm not in it.
they actually
And
rebuilt
I
them
guess
all, which is
on that
awesome.
note, I better get writing. I got one of the trestle bridges just ahead of me. Can't see it very well because the valley is completely filled with smoke, but I'll see it a little better once I get closer. Well, apparently I got to this part of the trail at the wrong time because everything's filled with smoke and I can sort of see it into the canyon, but it's full of smoke, and I can see the bridges, but they're not even very far away and obscured by smoke. So, oh well. Another train tunnel. This one's pretty concretey and nice looking on the outside. I am definitely here at the wrong time because this view would have been spectacular if it wasn't for all the smoke. Hey everyone, this ponderosa pine tree is pretty big, I guess. I wonder how old it is. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat if you come up and look up close. The bark looks like a really cool jigsaw puzzle. Remember watching Friendly Giant when you were a kid? I do, because I'm old as fuck. So we look at this tree and we look up. Look way up. It's pretty. Oh, here we are, looking out into the void. You can sort of barely kind of make out some stuff past there, but it's pretty eerie looking to look out and see gray nothing. Hey everyone, as you can see, pretty smoky. And can you believe that in this day and age, in Canada, this is a bridge that's connected to a road that cars are driving over. Pretty neat. I'm definitely in a desert, although can't really see much of it. I think there's a lake down there actually. It's kind of Badlands-like, and it's all like mud that's turned into rock, hills, and steep, crevassy, and uneven ground, and tumbleweeds everywhere, and everything is super dry, although everything out here is super dry this year anyways. But yeah, kind of cool, different kind of landscape. And hopefully I won't run out of water today. I have to be mindful of that if I find water to fill up every time, whether I need it or not. So hopefully I'll be able to finish getting north where I'm going towards the fire and turn away from it with plenty of time to avoid getting burned in a forest fire. So this is pretty cool. I came out this section of the trail and found out I was on top of a massive gorge. You see there's a river way the hell down there, a bridge going across it, and the big valley out here that you can't really see because of the smoke. And there's actually train tracks on this part of the trail, because I guess they have a steam railway club or something that must be using and maintaining the tracks a little bit. So pretty cool. This bridge must have a really long span because the steel is really heavy. And also I noticed you can look down through the holes here and see way down there the river at the bottom. Pretty cool. Trail's just a bit rough here. I guess the railway got washed out. Looks like it pops back up over there. And clearly I have easy access to water. I haven't gone very far today, but I'm definitely feeling real tired. I think the smoke is affecting me a lot. There's a recreation area up ahead. I might stop there or I might keep going. I'm not sure yet. We got to the recreation site. It's kind of dilapidated and run down, but we've got easy access to water, be reasonable to camp at. So I think what I'm going to do is make some dinner and eat that and see how I feel, and maybe continue on to the next one, or maybe camp here for tonight. So I've had my dinner of steakhouse chili mixed with pad thai rice noodles, and I've come to the realization that I haven't had access to chocolate milk that I usually had, which was providing me with about 3,000 calories a day. And probably why I'm feeling tired and low energy and why I'm slow and having shorter days is probably because I'm not eating enough. So luckily I have enough stuff to make this 1100 calorie meal over again. So I'm going to make a second one and I'm going to eat that. And hopefully tomorrow I'll end up having a better day. Well, I decided to continue on. I found this spot. It's got a little clearing and a picnic table, but I'm pretty sure as I was riding up, I saw a big cat jump down off of this tree and go down the bank. So I am not going to camp here. The actual recreation area is further ahead, so I'm going to go up until I find it. This tunnel looks pretty cool. A little different than the other ones. The trail has been beating the crap out of me. It's really rough and soft at the same time, which seems impossible, but apparently it's not. And I'm pretty tired. Going through another tunnel. This one's fairly long, and it's paved and has lights and is all nice and clean looking. So kind of neat riding through here. So I've come through the tunnel and got to the other side, which is this side, and apparently the trail is very closed because the bridge is kind of missing, and for a big part here, or the ground that led up to the bridge is washed out. Now I gotta figure out how I get around this. Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's a really large section of the trail that's closed. It's not just this bridge, so if I were to ford the river here, then I would find another bridge that was closed, and then several areas with where landslides have completely taken out the trail, and it's essentially just a cliff that I'm supposed to kind of somehow manage to go through the middle of. So apparently I need to get to highway, which is back on the other side of that, and get onto Highway 3 until I get to Hope. So that's a little disappointing, but it should speed up my progress a little bit. It's less distance and be on pavement, so let's see how this goes. Well, that was interesting. Was nearly at the top of another section of this really huge climb. I've climbed 650 meters in 25 kilometers. When the most flamingest gay guy in the history of flaming gay guys pulled over and stopped to the side of the road in front of me just so that he could give me a couple of peaches to fuel my climb, which was awfully nice. Anyways, kind people, all these people are kind, super kind to me, and it's really nice. Also, it's really trying really hard to rain, so I think I might put on my rain jacket. It's getting a little chilly too, so. Well, it's raining out a little bit, so this will be quick. But I thought these rock cuts are pretty neat. They're not what I'm used to anyways. It's like dirt and sand with layers of rock, and kind of cool. Well, it's not raining very much. It's like spitting, a little bit cold today. So it'll warm up to 19, I think, this afternoon, and things are looking a little pointy ahead of me. So that'll be nice, I guess. On my way to Hope, BC. I definitely think I need new wheel bearings. Just had massive descent, and I should have been able to go to plaid on it, but I only got up to 54, so that's not right. So this is pretty cool. The plaque here, and this apparently is the remains of a wagon trail from the 1860s, which kind of cool. You can still see it, and you can see how it was built. They stacked up the rocks, and yeah, pretty neat. Hey everyone, I'm just leaving Hope, British Columbia, and crossing the Fraser River here. I'm surrounded by beautiful mountains on every side. Pretty nice. So almost to Vancouver now. Well, this is gonna suck. I hate going over bridges. So I took my bike into a bike shop yesterday and got bottom bracket replaced and wheel bearings, as it was really bad. And apparently the bike mechanic fucked up because this morning my back wheel seized up completely. So now I'm waiting on a cab to take me to a different bike shop and hopefully get things fixed and back on the road. Well, my bike works. Apparently the mechanic put one too many ball bearings in, and that's bent the race or dented the race, and it's working for now, but I'm going to need to start looking for a new wheel for the back of my bike. And I'm on my way again on the trail going west of Chilliwack and starting to finally get into some bigger trees. This one's kind of big, I guess. Not quite sure what kind of tree this is, but pretty nice. The trail is really nice, and I'm making pretty good time. So we'll see. So two things. One, this tree is really big, and two, how the heck is this thing still standing? It is also really big. Wow, Fraser River is pretty wide here. It was a lot smaller when I was up at I don't know, whatever the fuck city up at Chilliwack. So, getting closer. Now I'm over top of the Fraser River here. There's some barges and a whole lot of log rafts ready to be turned into lumber at some lumber mill, I don't know where. Pretty cool. I'm on my way to the ferry to get to Vancouver Island and stopped here. Lots of boats. That's about it. Hey everyone. Currently I'm at the top of in the middle of the Lionsgate Bridge, which is a pretty big bridge, really. And over there you can see North Vancouver, which is where I'm heading to go get the ferry. So there's the bridge that I crossed. It's a pretty big bridge, really. After a very steep, very difficult climb, I've come to what is called the Abyss, which is an earthquake fracture, and it's very anticlimactic and not really not very impressive. It kind of made it out to be a big deal. Way cooler though is I can see the ocean from up here, and these trees, which are super cool and way more impressed with than the Abyss here. It's a Pacific madrone, or also known as a refrigerator tree, because they stay cool in the summer, and their bark, which is super cool looking. It's actually you can see the inside there in this hole in the bark, and the bark is actually the orange part as well, and the bark contains water, so they are super cool trees. And for a sense of scale here, there's my bike next to the Abyss, which really isn't very impressive. No idea if taking this way is going to get me to where I want to go, but I get a better view of the bay here, so thought I'd share that with you.